Okay, now we're going to work this backwards on this ice cream because we're going to see what it looks like first, and then I'm going to show you how to make it. All right, here we go. We're just going to all get spoons and, okay. I'll show you how we're going to do it. We've got some vanilla ice cream. We've got some chocolate ice cream. The vanilla ice cream we're going to mix up with some whipped topping, some almond flavoring. We're going to use that as one layer. Then we're going to have a middle layer with some whipped topping and some meringue cookies. Then we're going to top it off with chocolate, again with the whipped topping. Okay. And I'm just going to run some hot water on this. All right, we'll try that. Okay. So we ran a little hot water on that. Let me see if this is going to work. I may have to let it sit out for a minute. Oh, there we go. Yay. Okay. And cover it. Now the bowl's wet. There we go. Ooh. Wow. Now, this is a neat thing. You know, like I said, I'll show you how to put it all together, but this is great to slice up. It'll make a really nice, pretty dessert. We'll see if we can't cut a piece here. It may be a little bit too hard to, no, there we go. I'm afraid it's not going to be thawed out in the middle, or thawed, frozen in the middle. Let me grab a plate here. Well, there we go. And like I said, you put a little sauce on the plate, put your little piece there, and I think it'll be turned out great. Makes a nice little layered thing. Okay, I'm going to stick this in the freezer for now. Maybe. And now we'll work backwards. Here's our bowl. Here's our plastic wrap, which we're going to put in the bowl. And that just makes, the plastic wrap just makes it easier to get it out of the bowl. Okay. Now, we've got 3 bowls here. We're going to have one with our vanilla ice cream. Pilaf's coming along. Okay, there's our vanilla ice cream. with a little bit of almond extract, about a teaspoon, and some whipped topping. Let's see. Half a cup. All right. This might be just a little bit different. Okay, then we're going to pour that in our bowl. Then that should go in the freezer till it, I'm gonna need till it hardens on the top. We don't have that kind of time. And our next layer is going to be the meringue cookies, just 10 of them. These are really good. That also doesn't taste like onion. Okay. Because this is with the ice cream in there and the Cool Whip, this is going to, no ice cream. The Cool Whip is going to soften the cookies. You can hear they're a little crunchy right now. So it's going to soften it up just a little bit, so it's just going to have a good taste. And as far as toppings, if you wanted to use a strawberry topping, if you wanted to make, your own raspberry sauce, or you wanted to just buy something that's, you could use caramel, because we're just using vanilla and chocolate. So you could use whatever flavor topping you wanted, or just, have it plain. Okay. Not much to chopping these up. And I think this would make a really nice showpiece for your holiday dinners. Okay. Now we're going to use 1.5 cups of this. Looks pretty good. Yeah. I know, I measure so good. This is one of those things that you really don't have to worry too much about. Like, you couldn't add a whole lot extra. I think we will need a little bit more. Whatever I got in here. Okay. Because you don't want it to be too runny. Okay, now I'm just going to set that aside a minute. Because if this isn't, I don't have enough time for the class to let this sit to harden. It doesn't freeze that fast. So when you put this, you want it to be at least, so it doesn't have to be solid all the way through, but you want the surface to be solid. So when you put this on, it's a little bit heavier than the liquid. It doesn't sink all the way through, which is what's going to happen tonight. So we'll wait to put that on till we have this ready. Now here's our chocolate. And 1/2 cup of this. A little more. All right. Ooh, we got a lot of stuff here. Okay. And the Cool Whip in here is, you know, going to give it a little bit different flavor, and it's also going to soften it up. So the ice cream's not going to be like real hard. It's going to have a nice flavor to it. Okay. So now we've got our first layer in there. Let me see if I can do this without having it sink too far down. Like I said, it's going to sink a little bit because it's heavier than the liquid. So this isn't going to be a rush dessert. Okay, now I want this sealed a little bit, if I can do it, so that the chocolate doesn't mix in with the vanilla. Mm-hmm. I did, I think it only took, for the pint, it only took about an hour, and then I put it back in the, I put it in the refrigerator. You know, I kept it out about an hour at room temperature. Now, when you're doing the chocolate layer, if you get kind of anxious and you've already got this sort of going on, whatever, because we've sealed this, the vanilla ice cream, you can go ahead and pour the chocolate on it. And it'll, instead of like, it says to freeze the vanilla, which you have to, then put the middle layer on. If you spread it out real nice and make sure that you get it, all the vanilla ice cream covered, then you can pour the chocolate on top of that, because still the cookies are heavier than the liquid. And it won't sink like the cookies did. So that saves a little bit of time. Smooth that. Okay. Oh my goodness. There it is, and we're going to stick that in the freezer, and just, that'll be our dessert for another night. I was going to put it here because we've got the other one in the freezer.